If you're looking for a crisis management advice, actually, if you're just looking for a crisis manager at all, I suggest Dak Prescott. I really do. I don't know of anyone that can step in front of a microphone when the building is on fire and handle it perfectly. I mean, really, there's no one better. No one better. I've been a far bigger advocate, by the way, of Dak Prescott, the quarterback, not the crisis manager, the quarterback, than almost all of you. I think I've fought with you for years now about how I think this guy is a far better quarterback than most of you. You've blamed him for everything from COVID to Kennedy assassinations, you name it, and he's been blamed for it. And I think honestly, I think it's unfairly blamed for practically everything that goes wrong with the Dallas Cowboys. He is not going to argue this, he's not Tom Brady, I'm not saying that, but when healthy, with a decent supporting cast, he's regularly a top 10 quarterback, and I think more times than not top 5 or 6, certainly this year. Most of you have disagreed with me on it. We've had this argument for years. Most of the time when he's not, when you're blaming him for stuff, it's because he's injured. Right now, he's a top 3 to 5. That's not debatable right now. Right now, he is playing lights out. He is third in passing yards, and it's very close, and second in touchdowns. Only some guy by the name of Mahomes is ahead of him right now. You can't ask more out of your quarterback than what he's doing this year. He won't, I know you're going to laugh out loud when I say this. I'm not even sure, and I don't know the criteria, to be honest, other than the old guy that runs the Cowboys. I guess it's up to him. I'm not sure what the criteria is to be in the Cowboys Ring of Honor or whatever it is. I'm not even sure he makes that. And he's certainly not going to be a Hall of Famer. He's not. And we could debate this, I guess. I'm not sure how most of you view his career in Dallas, how he's going to be remembered, other than he's a nice guy. I'm telling you, he's not just a nice guy. He's the best crisis manager I've ever seen. He should be known as the most stoic, unflappable crisis management specialist of all time. There are entire public relations firms that are hired out by companies and disasters and political scandal and fallout, stupid CEO behavior. And they would give anything to find someone as stoic and as unflappable as Dak Prescott. No matter what the disaster, no matter what the conflict, just send Dak Prescott out to answer for it, and you'll have nothing to worry about. It will be handled perfectly. He will never, here's the thing about Dak Prescott, he will never stray from the company line. Nobody can throw him off. The general manager and owner of the Dallas Cowboys. Now, you do understand those are supposed to be two separate jobs, but that's not the way it works. The general manager and the owner, my opinion, has, football-wise, has wasted Dak Prescott. It's in the process of wasting a really talented, bordering on great player when healthy. It's going to be wasted. He's going to run out of time in Dallas. And it's one of the best offenses in the NFL right now. And all that stuff. And I do think his career and this great season that he's having, it's being wasted. It's a 500 team with a out of this world offense with an out of this world quarterback, and it's going to be wasted. Sooner or later, he's going to get on that other side and maybe really close to it, and you're going to look back on it and say, man, you wasted a really, really good quarterback in a business that is, when you have a good quarterback is when you have to go all in. And the old man that runs the team cannot do that. So he's going to end up wasting a really talented player. But that's not what this is about. The last 2 days highlight the career of Dak Prescott. I mean, to me, this defines him. The last 2 days for your Dallas Cowboys, just like most of the days during his 10-year career in Dallas, have been spent answering for whatever over-the-top, dramatic thing his owner has said or done. It's the same thing he's been dealing with every week, all year round, for the last 10 years. And the last 2 days is a perfect example. So I'm reading about this, and I'm seeing his boss on Bloomberg News, and then I'm reading in the Wall Street Journal what his boss said and the jokes that he made. And then, of course, I'm following Dak Prescott. I'm thinking, okay, well, I guess he has to go in front of the microphone and do what he does every single day, and that's answer for a drooling, over-the-top, dramatic boss. He's been doing it for 10 years, right? His entire career has been answering questions and putting out fires set by his boss. Now you know why I call him the employee of the month every single month. None of us could pull off what this guy pulls off regularly. Most of us wouldn't last one scandal, one stupid thing said. We could not hold it together publicly like Dak Prescott. I don't know why this comparison pops into my head. It just does. So I don't know why I was fascinated by White House spokespeople I don't even know if we pay attention to them anymore. But it used to be that White House spokespeople would be stressed. I mean, lying now is accepted as normal, so I guess it's not all that stressful. But it used to be that you would show up to that podium knowing you are going to be picked apart and grilled, and you're going to have to diffuse a lot for the President of the United States, and it would take a toll on the spokesperson. This used to be the case. I remember the White House, there's usually 2 or 3, and it used to be that the career of a White House spokesperson did not last very long. It seemed like they would get chewed up pretty quickly. And for some reason, I keep thinking of this guy. I want to say it's during the Clinton time, Bill Clinton's time as president. I want to say it's Joe Lockhart, but I can't remember exactly. But when you think about the days of Bill Clinton, I did not have sex with that woman, Miss Lewinsky. Think about those days. Now, those were stressful. This is when lying and deceiving would really start to eat at you, and you'd get busted for it. Now, just half the media is kissing ass, so it doesn't really matter. And so I think the guy's name was Joe Lockhart, but I don't know why this comes to mind. And so I remember watching Joe Lockhart go from having like this full head of dark hair to then eventually in the end, and it didn't last very long, it looked like his hair had mange or something, and he looked like he had shrunk about 3 inches. The dude aged, and they all would. They'd aged 25 years in 6 months or something. So the turnover's really high. I only say that because Dak Prescott could do it. He could do it. No one's better. No one is better. He's the Iceman of spokespeople. He deals with chaos and stupid, over-the-top behavior every single day. And he never misses a word. He never misses a sentence. He never pours gas on anything. Like I said, he's the Iceman of spokespeople. So most of us would not last a month in the Dallas circus created by Jerry Jones. No way. No chance. Even pros, I don't think, could last more than a couple months in that circus. Not Dak Prescott. He shows up to work every day. Not ready to play football. He shows up to work every day ready to diffuse whatever ridiculous thing has been said or done. That's what he shows up to work to do. He's ready. Like he wakes up and thinks, got to get calm because I need to show up to work because my boss has done something idiotic. He never slips up. Never. Every one of us, most people would not last an hour. You wouldn't even last the latest ridiculous scandal. Most of us would say that effing crazy old man is unhinged and completely incapable of running a team. I'm sick of this place and I want out. You would just snap one day and do it. It would just come out of your mouth. That's what we would all say publicly 3 to 5 times a week. Dak Prescott hasn't had one single moment like that in 10 years. Instead, he downplays, he diffuses, and he always has his boss's back. It's unbelievable. You will never see anyone in the public eye hold it together like Dak Prescott, because you know he's sick of it. You know it. The latest example is sort of tame by Jerry Jones standards, but it points out just how corporate Dak Prescott can be when you know he's pissed that his team, again, is miles from winning a championship, and this is what he's going to spend his day doing. He's going to spend his day answering for his boss. No matter how great he is, I mean, this is the truth in Dak Prescott's world. No matter how great he is, he knows his team can't go anywhere, largely because of his boss's ego. And even though he let the only good defensive player on the team walk out the door, there's Dak Prescott again, just this week, covering his boss's old ass. All right, the setup. Jerry Jones is doing interviews from the trading floor. Wait, what? Not the football trading floor. This would be the trading floor. I don't know if that's the commodities floor or if he's at the New York Stock Exchange. I'm not sure which one, but here he is on Bloomberg News.
Well, I think we certainly want to get even more efficient. We want to meld these companies together, take the best of both in terms of the talent and the personnel. It's still about people, just like football, it's about people. But make no mistake about it, just because it's not going good as an industry. When I bought the Cowboys, they were losing $1 million a month. The industry was ostensibly going down.
Yes.
The industry does not in any way dictate the promise of the individual or company in the industry. That's the way it is with Comstock. I think we've got a chance to be a leader as people get more confidence in what and how much money you can make in natural gas business.
All right, he's out there pitching his natural gas deal. Do I think it's a big deal? Not really, no. So he's outselling this, and he's outselling this to the investing world because he went from Bloomberg Business News to the Wall Street Journal to probably another. Now, of course, he sprinkles in football comparisons all the time, which would make me run for the hills as an investor. See, I would say, I don't know, man. But Dak Prescott has to start. He never throws him under the bus. Never. Which he deserves. But Dak Prescott never throws him under the bus. Dak Prescott's day has to start with deep breathing and meditation so he can be calm not when a pass rush is coming after him, not when the defense is all over his face, because he has to be focused so he can stay calm and reassuring every time his boss vomits words. That's why he is the employee of the month for the 426th straight month. Like there's an entire wall of headshots of Dak Prescott employee of the month. He wins it every time. What's this about? Okay, well, here you go. Here's why Dak Prescott had to do damage control, which he can execute perfectly. Jerry Jones telling the Wall Street Journal there's $100 billion present value with gas out there. That's why I'm talking to you on the telephone rather than trying to fix our defense with the Dallas Cowboys. Needless to say, their defense is trash. Their defense, just for a football perspective here, their defense is trash because they don't have any players. And in case you put two and two together, he's the general manager that left his team without any players because the one good one they had, he said he went old man on him and pushed him out the door. So they're not going anywhere. He's wasting his star quarterback. And so this didn't play very well with a lot of people or fans. And because you can't separate Jones, the owner, from Jones, the general manager, because Jones, the owner, doesn't like to be separated from Jones, the general manager. See, he created this dumpster fire himself. But he's laughing it off, and people didn't like it. So then, of course, Dak Prescott shows up to work just like he does. I'm sure he's a half an hour early every single day, probably has a brown bag that says Dak on it, and says hi to everybody when he comes into the building, all that stuff. Then, of course, he's grilled about Jerry Jones's remarks. A lot of fans were upset, saying, why are you cracking jokes about the defense? You're the general manager, jackass. Fair point. I think any one of us would say, what? He's cracking jokes about the defense? What a jackass. That's his job. No, not Dak Prescott. So he shows up in front of the cameras with his hat and his gear on, just like he does every single day for 10 years, ready to answer questions. Asked whether he can sympathize with the frustration of those remarks and the outrage it sparked with fans. Because it's true. I mean, look, if you're a Cowboys face painter, it's hard to take jokes coming from the guy that put it together about your defense. Yeah, sure, he says. You read the comment, and being honest with you, I don't know the full context. See, this is why you have to hire him. I'm telling you. I don't care what horrific thing your CEO does. You just need Dak Prescott to come in. Just put him out in front of a camera. You'll be fine. I do know a piece of it, but being a fan and you just hear that or read that, yeah, of course you're frustrated, especially as many fans are and do, thankful that they do, live and breathe by this team. That can definitely be frustrating. So here he goes. This is how you do it, crisis managers. I would just say, I bet he's done this 1,000 times now. I would just say the guy has never really lied about who he is or what he's trying to do. Now, do you know what that is? You know what that means? That's like Dak Prescott genius corporate speak for the old man just wants to keep making money. That's what I think that means. But Dak Prescott, being the crisis manager that he is, the master crisis manager that he is, says it perfectly. The guy has never really lied about who he is or what he's about. Maybe in those 5 minutes, that's what he's alluding to. And having a chance at $100 billion opportunity, I think you might take 5 minutes as well to answer a call. Hopefully that's what he means, right? But I could see how this could be frustrating to fans. Yeah. Is it a big deal? No, because everybody's numb to it. Was it, as usual, a jackass thing to say? Of course it was. Poking fun at the team and the defense that you put together or you dismantled is a ridiculous thing to do. But he knows. You know, the crazy thing is Jones knows. Like, I'm wondering how much of Dak Prescott's salary is about the football part and how much of it is about that dude will have my back, my old back, wrinkly back, every single time. I mean, he's worth $20 million a year just in crisis management. That's this guy's career. I have no idea how people, because he's not going to be able to get close to a championship because they suck on defense. He can't score 52 every time out. So I don't know how we'll remember him. I'm just going to always say, yeah, you can talk about the player, but he will go down as the most stoic employee any company has ever had. Hey, here's a recommendation backed up by my own experience, a great experience. And that is, I've been a client of DJC Law, and I can tell you this. You're going to get 3 things with DJC Law. You'll notice it right away. The difference is you will get peace of mind. They will take care of every single detail perfectly, and you will get the result you deserve. If you're injured by the negligence of someone else, fighting with an insurance company for any reason, trust me when I tell you, you will need DJC Law. Dan Christensen and his team of attorneys have a remarkable track record. I've known Dan a long time. He's a military vet. He's board certified in civil trial law, and I've been a client. So you can trust them. You will get the result you deserve. Check out teamjustice.com, and you'll see thousands of 5-star reviews. The bottom line is, if you're in an accident, you need DJC Law. Contact them right away. 512-888-9999.